Hello. Book Trailer Tuesday today. You get me this time. It's March, so that means it's Women's History Month. So the first thing I'm going to do is just talk about a couple books that are related to that. And then I want to talk to you about not all. I got a new book order in. And if you go on Destiny Discover, you're going to see lots of books. So many books, there's no way I could talk to you about it just in a trailer here. But I am going to highlight a few of them. And so hopefully you're going to come on in and get excited and come on in and read some of them. But let's start with Women's History Month books. First is Dissenter on the Bench, and that is Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Great read for Women's History Month. If you remember, she died just a few years ago. And this is a newer book written about her life on the bench and beyond. Okay. Next one, that is nonfiction. This is a fiction book called Lessons in Chemistry. If you know, you know. It's a very popular book. You've probably seen it on Book Talk. You've seen it kind of everywhere, right? Oh, it's also a series on Apple TV, but please read the book before you go see the series because I always think the book's better. But it is about how women in science, and it's not just about that, but it's about the struggles and what it was like, especially to do this years and years ago. Okay, great book. I can't keep murder mysteries on the shelf. So many of you come in and say, I need a murder mystery. So here's a couple. This one is called Project Boys. And it's some boys that go to a very prestigious school, and there's a murder, and they have to solve it. Okay, this one I thought looked really interesting. You're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but we kind of do, don't we? So it looks like a phone with text messages on it, and here's what else I like about it. It looks like a fish house, right, on a lake. The setting is northern Wisconsin. And it is all about a murder that needs to be solved. And I always like a story that it has a setting in some place I know. I find it, like the book I'm reading right now is, it's Stephen King called Duma Key. And the character lives in Minnesota, in Mendota Heights. So I love that. I love a connection like that. Okay. The next one is Marie Lu. How many of you are fans of Marie Lu? I know there's a lot of you out there because they're gone. They're checked out a lot. So she's got a few series. This series is the fourth in a series called the Legend series. And number one's checked out right now, but maybe you've already read number one because there's 2, 3, and now 4 just came in. So if you're interested in science fiction, here's your Legend series. Okay, my dystopian kids. You know who you are. You love these dystopian stories. This one sounds super interesting. Both Miss Fisher and I want to read it. I don't know. Come and read the book jacket. You will want to read it too. And I got 2 of these because they sounded so good. Okay. This one I am reading. I'm about a third of the way through. It's called As Long as the Lemon Trees Grow. Highly rated, highly acclaimed book. Little warning, it's sad. So far, I'm not done yet, right? So it's set in Syria at the beginning of the war, and it's about a woman who's a pharmacist trying to help people survive war conditions. I know it sounds sad, doesn't it? But you know what? In the middle of sadness, there's always some hope, right? So I'm sticking with it. I'm going to stick till the end, and hopefully I read some good things. Okay. Let's get into nonfiction. Mrs. Roth suggested this one for the library, and I love it. It's American history, so it's nonfiction, like I said. The artwork in it, it's written like this. So a lot of nonfiction history books you pick up, they're like textbooks, right? Not this one. This one, super fun to read. The artwork in it is amazing. Just a really unique way to look at American history. Okay. Then this one is called A Fire Hose of Falsehood. This is about all the disinformation that is out there nowadays. And oh my goodness, everything that we have to weed through on the internet and determine what's missing, what is real, right? Sidebar, the next Cougar Time video from me is going to be about this. So, Coach Burke, I got this for the library. Coach Burke is reading this with some of his football players, and it's about great teams and great leaders. So I thought, you know what? I think we should have this for the library too. Okay, there's that. This one I had to get a replacement of, and you can see it's a paperback. It's the only copy I could find because it was so popular here in the library. A lot of you like those adventure survival stories. This is a true story about a blizzard. And so I got another copy because our last copy just kind of fell apart. Okay, as you can see, there's a lot more. In fact, there's a lot more in the new book section. Please come check them out. Come check out the Women's History Month section, and maybe you'll find some things there you're interested in. I got new lighting over there, so hopefully that attracts you. All right, have a great week.